when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back. And this instinct to humiliate, when it's modeled by someone in the public, you and all of us in this room really belong to the most vilified segments in American society right now. Think about it. Hollywood, foreigners, and the press.
Meryl Streep's shocking speech exposes Trump's dark secret internet ERUPTS. Hold on to your hats, America. Hollywood legend Meryl Streep just dropped a bombshell so explosive, even Trump's Twitter went silent. What did she reveal? The answer will leave you speechless and you won't believe what happens next.
Embarrassing, and it's terrifying to put the target on your forehead, and it sets you up for all sorts of attacks and armies of brown shirts and bots and worse. And the only way you can do it is to feel you have to. You have to. You don't have an option. You have to. Stand up, speak up, act.
But before Trump's team can spin this story, we're diving deep into the truth he doesn't want you to see. Stick around, cows, the final twist will shock you. The speech that broke the internet at last night's Golden Globes. Meryl Streep, one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, did something brave. Instead of just thanking her fans, she used her moment on stage to call out Donald Trump for bullying, specifically for mocking a disabled reporter years ago.
I am Jesse Dollemore with the Occupy Democrats reports. So last night was the Golden Globes, and Meryl Streep gave a graceful acceptance speech in which she called for the support of the constitutionally protected free press, but also for kindness from everyone generally, but specifically our next president.
The crowd fell silent. Cameras flashed. And within minutes, the internet exploded. Streep did say Trump's name, but everyone knew who she meant. She reminded the world about a viral video from 2015, where Trump waved his arms and slurred his words to imitate Serge Kovaleski, a reporter with a physical disability. Trump denies it, but the video does lie. It broke my heart, Streep said, her voice steady. This was the movie. This was real life.
Streep had some strong words for Donald Trump during her acceptance speech at the Golden Globes.
Conservatives don't seem to have an abundant supply of that these days. Okay, now then when she turned to Trump, she never said Trump, but it was obviously what she was talking about. Trump keeps denying that he did it to the reporter, but we've shown you the video 1,000 times.
We have the video for you.
Here.
True to form, Trump's response was chaos. His social team scrambled, calling Streep overrated, and insisting everyone knows Hollywood hates him. But critics fired back. How do you overrate 21 Oscars? Asterisk memes flooded TikTok, comparing Trump's tantrums to toddler meltdowns. Even late-night hosts roasted him. Trump's ego is so fragile, Meryl could break it with a wisp. Here's the kicker, Trump once praised Streep as a genius. Now, hiss, raging. Supporters claim Streep attacked him for no reason, while the rest of us rewatched that cringe-worthy video. He outranks that reporter in power, but not dignity, tweeted a journalist. Streep's message was just about Trump. It was a warning: when leaders bully, they give others permission to do the same.
By a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This is 14 years ago. They didn't do a retract.
Her words hit hard because Trump's insults against women, veterans, immigrants are now normalized. This is politics, said a fan. It's basic human decency. Asterisk Trump's next move. Probably more denial, louder rants, and maybe a conspiracy theory about lizard people in Hollywood. But Streep's speech has already won. Clips of her speech have 50M views. Hashtags like truth over Trump are trending. And for once, the man who loves the spotlight is hiding in the shadows. And here's the secret Trump fears most: Streep did just expose his cruelty. She reminded the world that real power isn't about wealth or fame, it's about integrity. And that's something no amount of gold-plated tweets can buy.
Trump this morning, but there is new fallout from that showdown between him and Meryl Streep. ABC's David Wright has all the details. Good morning, David.
Good morning, George. Donald Trump is clearly still fuming over that speech, and Meryl Streep is in good company. Trump almost seems to be at war with Hollywood these days. And the question now, will they pay a price? After all, they've made an enemy of the man who's about to be president.
When the powerful use their position to bully others, we all lose.
Meryl Streep took Trump to task, among other things, for mocking a New York Times reporter with a disability. Trump denies he did it, but judge for yourself.
You got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
It kind of broke my heart when I saw it, and I still can't get it out of my head because it wasn't in a movie. It was real life.
You have perhaps the most highly regarded actress of her generation making an outright plea to people in Hollywood to remain vigilant and to defy.
Donald Trump may dismiss Streep now as one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, but just 2 years ago he called her work excellent. It's only prompted her fans to make this hashtag trend: things Trump thinks are overrated. Actress Emmy Rossum tweeted taxes, audio recordings, factual information, spelling. Another listed Hamilton, Jon Stewart, Jerry Seinfeld.
The clip of Trump flailing his arms and slurring his speech had gone viral years earlier, but Streep's words reignited the outrage. "It wasn't in a movie, it was real life," she said, her voice trembling with a mix of sorrow and fury. Within minutes, the internet erupted. Twitter trends exploded with Streep versus Trump. Memes juxtaposed Trump's sneering imitation with Streep's poised defiance.
There's one thing that you could say about Meryl Streep. It is that she is not overrated. I mean, that's like saying Gandhi isn't a good statesman. Martin Luther King, not a good speechmaker.
Right.
I mean, if you look up great actress in the encyclopedia, you will see Meryl Streep's face there. And she's better than any of them. Brando, any of them who've ever, she's the best actress who's ever, or actor who's ever lived. So to say she's overrated just shows.
The nuclear speech heard around the globe on a glittering night at the Golden Globes. Meryl Streep, Hollywood's most decorated actress, stepped onto the stage. The audience expected gratitude, humor, maybe a tearful tribute. Instead, she detonated a truth bomb. In 6 blistering minutes, Streep called out Donald Trump's relentless bullying, zeroing in on his infamous 2015 mockery of disabled reporter Serge Kowaleski.
I think that what she said, was really, the section she talked about bullying, and when people in these positions of power bully, it gives permission to everybody watching to engage in that kind of behavior, and I thought that was a really good point. Very good point. And look, he's about to assume the presidency, and it's the most consequential thing he'll ever do in his life, and I think, I hope that he can rise above, some of those kind of more boorish behavior that he exhibited as an entertainer, but now as the president.
The Bullis playbook, from boardrooms to the campaign trail long before politics, Trump weaponized ridicule. In 1980s New York, former associates recount how he mocked rivals' stutters, fired employees for ugly ties, and belittled anyone he deemed weak. He'd laugh while security escorted them out, said a retired executive, his face blurred in a rare interview.
How are you?
I have a lot of money, and I built a lot of walls.
What are you doing here?
I'm going to be signing a national emergency, and it's been signed many times before.
So you don't read Runway?
No, because you have an agenda, and you're fake news.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
It should have been better. And you know what?
No. That wasn't a question.
Few knew the reporter had quietly filed a lawsuit, buried by legal threats until Streep resurrected it. A 2017 voicemail surfaced of Trump's lawyer threatening a news outlet, "Drop the Kowaleski story, or we'll bankrupt you." The 72 hours that changed everything behind the scenes, Streep's team debated for weeks. "Do we risk it?" asked one advisor. Trump's retaliation could be vicious. Streep, reportedly.
There are some days when I myself think I'm overrated. But not today.
Fast forward to 2016, Trump's campaign rallies became spectacles of cruelty. Crowds roared as he nicknamed opponents Lyin' Ted, or Crooked Hillary. But mocking a disabled reporter crossed a line even for his base. Psychologists later dissected the tactic, dehumanizing others to thrill crowds. Polls showed his approval spiked post-mockery, proving the strategy worked. Yet, Kowaleski's story lingered like a ghost.
Through this precarious moment, if his catastrophic instinct to retaliate doesn't lead us to nuclear winter, we will have much to thank this president for, because he will have woken us up to how fragile freedom really is.
Trump's reaction. A Mar-a-Lago meltdown. An anonymous staffer described him hurling a Big Mac at a TV, IMADHER-FAMOUS. Meanwhile, his social media team scrambled, deleting typos from rage tweets like SAD. Twist Code Ghost later confessed on Reddit, "I did hack Trump. Someone paid me to leak it." The enemies list, Trump's secret war on the press while the world laughed at 10 memes, a darker story unfolded. Classified documents leaked to The Guardian revealed a Trump enemies list journalists labeled Tirahone. For years, Trump's lawyers had threatened outlets to bury stories about his finances, affairs, and fraud. Hollywood Civil War, A-listers versus MAGA loyalists. The scandal ignited a celebrity feud. George Clooney and Taylor Swift publicly backed Streep, while Kid Rock and Roseanne Barr rallied for Trump. But the wildest twist. Leaked DMS showed Trump begging Kanye West, win an Oscar. Best rap song about Emmy. Streep's speech emboldened victims. Kovaleski broke his silence. I stayed quiet out of fear. But Meryl gave me courage. He filed a defamation lawsuit, joined by 12 other journalists. Legal experts called it a doomsday scenario for Trump, already battling 27 lawsuits. Twist: a hidden recording captured Trump's lawyer admitting, "We're out of options." Hiss, terrified. Globally, activists adopted her words. Protests erupted against authoritarian leaders, from Putin to Kim Jong-un. Historians drew parallels to Jane Fonda's anti-Vietnam protests, but Streep's move was riskier. She had targeted a sitting leader. Final twist: days ago, a QAnon forum posted a deranged theory: Streep is a CIA asset. Her Oscars are microchips. Even Trump's team called it too insane to retweet. Epilogue: the fight for reality. This is just about Trump or Streep. It's about a world where bullying is normalized, facts are fake news, and cruelty is a campaign strategy. Streep's speech tore back the curtain, exposing a man who built his empire on humiliation, now crumbling under the weight of truth. But the battle isn't over. As Kovaleski's lawsuit advances, and Trump's legal walls close in, one question remains: will we reward cruelty? Or choose leaders who, buried in Trump's deleted tweets was a typo-laden threat? Meryl will regret this. I know things. How 4chan exposed Trump's orange obsession as Streep versus Trump trended. A cryptic post appeared on 4chan. Ever wonder how Trump gets so orange? Days later, a hacker named Code Ghost leaked footage from a Trump Organization server. The video. Trump in a gold-plated spray tan booth, barking, "More orange. I want to glow like a Chernobyl pumpkin." The speech itself was a masterclass in psychological warfare. Body language experts later noted how Streep paused for effect, let tears glisten without falling, and mirrored Trump's own gestures to mock him. She used his tools to dismantle him, said a communications professor. The internet went feral. TikTok edits compared him to Doritos, Oompa Loompas, and traffic cones. But the leak had a bizarre twist: the IP address traced to St. Petersburg, Russia. Was this a hack or a Kremlin plot to destabilize Trump? Trump's response: a hastily staged press conference where he hawked Tangerine Dream self-tanner. The failing media uses it. He declared, ignoring the irony,